everyone, this is Dusty Circuit here with another episode of a Kerbal Space Program, and today it looks like we actually have a storm at the KSC now, which is, this is kind of what, it's at nighttime, but this is kind of what they look like, or at least sound like. Well, I was just gonna be quiet for a little bit so I can enjoy the ambiance, but it's kind of how what they sound like, at least. I have no idea if this is gonna stay by the time we get to daylight. Oh, there it goes. But anyway, so to recap on the last episode, I kind of introduced, I've introduced the Black Rack's Volumetric Clouds mod to my save to actually use, to continue using in my series. And we did a quick exploratory flight in one of my planes, which ended up splashing down in the ocean just over by that island because I lost control just a few hundred meters above the water. And then we launched that station into orbit to dock with one of the asteroids. And we ended up not going through with my plan to dock to the other asteroid because of it being just too difficult to actually maneuver the craft while docked to the first asteroid. So I just kind of parked it in an orbit just about 50 kilometers below the other one. And also since we're not going to be using this part, I guess we can deorbit this thing. And there went that. And well, I guess now we'll get on with the actual mission. So, well, today I am figured let's actually send a plane to go explore or spacecraft to go explore Jool and the Jool system and the Sarna system. Well, more just kind of revisit them because obviously I now have a mod installed that's actually going to alter the look of those planets. So which means they're going to look completely different to the way they were when we last saw them. And well, I just have to showcase that. Before we really get on with what our next major mission's gonna be. And also, it's kind of nice to every so often break up the like the whole cycle or like a routine of like making these really big missions that take multiple episodes. I mean, this one's probably going to take at least 2 episodes to do, but you know what I mean, like if you've seen the Jool and the Sarnus mission, this isn't going to be quite that long. And this plane doesn't really have that good thrust to weight. Like just kind of taking off here, so we may have to do that maneuver where we kind of climb and then go into a dive in order to gain horizontal speed. That could have been bad, but at least we got off the ground safely. As you saw, we just kind of bounced briefly before we took off, but at least we're airborne now. And though it looks like we are slowly gaining speed, I might have to dive for a bit just to gain speed. But I guess we'll see where this climb, where that takes us. And yeah, this is the same plane that I sent to Tecto with the nuclear jet engines. So we're actually not using fuel right now. Looks like we might not even have to go into a dive, we just have to level off. I think we'll do right about here. Yes, you really want to make sure we're actually gaining speed, and as we're also gaining altitude. Well, it looks like we're finally above the point at which we're kind of fighting the air resistance with our acceleration, and now our engines are overpowering that, so we're gaining speed pretty quickly now. Like I'm no like aerospace junkie, but it's like I think there's reasons like around like once you get around like the sound barrier, like you kind of, there's like a barrier of like air resistance you have to break through, and I guess it's kind of also why it's come to be called the sound barrier. But we're quickly approaching like re-entry heating speeds, as we can now see. And really just as soon as our engines kind of start to flame out, we're going to switch to the fuel burning mode of these engines to get the rest of the way out of the atmosphere. I think now, right about now, is the time for that. Okay, where our apoapsis is above the atmosphere, so now we just have to coast until we're kind of at the peak of our trajectory. Now just do our orbital insertion. Okay, now we're in orbit. I think we're going to dock with this guy. I believe that is the craft that I sent to originally to rescue my Jool mission, and then I think I used it again to capture the second asteroid. And there's still a decent, still has a decent amount of Delta V left, so I figured we can use it for this mission. And by the way, it's the interplanetary stage I made from the nuclear saltwater engine and fuel tanks from the Interstellar Extended mod that I'm using in this series. Gosh, I really love the sound that those engines make, like on the rocket, like the fuel burning, the rocket mode. For some reason, I think it just sounds cool. Oh, by the way, I think I forgot to if I didn't mention it, these are from the near future aeronautics mod, if I remember correctly. And it looks like this time we're not going to make the mistake of accidentally colliding with the ship that we're trying to dock with, as that's actually almost happened in the previous episode. Okay, what I just did is I set the that I'm controlling from the rear docking port just to make this easier, and then I'm just using this button, which is makes me face the target, like for the SAS. And use then the bracket keys to switch over to this one. And set that as a target. And then control from the front docking port, and then have them turn around. And switch back to our plane, and then just kind of like RCS our way over there. Oh, we're going away from it. We want to be going towards it. Well, not like this matters, but I kind of like the wings to face, kind of be level with the the radiator panels. So not that it matters at all, but it's just maybe like for looks, if not anything else. And there we go. And I'm gonna make sure those engines are off. And so now we just have the nuclear saltwater engine to actually go with. And it looks like even like with this plane as a payload, we still have the 20,000 meters per second of delta V, which should be enough to go to Jool and then to Sarnas, and from possibly also and back home. So actually, what's kind of cool is I am actually watching another they're a pretty small YouTuber, like they're I'm not sure how to say their name, but I guess I'll put it. I guess I'll edit it in right about now. But they're another Kerbal Space Program YouTuber I've kind of started watching, and really what drew me to them, what drew me to their channel is I guess we could start burning now to leave Kerbin. So anyway, so about this YouTuber, what actually brought me to their channel is, actually I was looking for videos about, I really just did a search for videos about, for videos of the Kakablo system, of other people exploring it, and, I just happened to stumble across their videos, and I believe at this point I've watched most, if not all of them, or at least of their videos of exploring the different planets and moons of the Kakablo system, and I believe they've actually subscribed. I believe they actually subscribed to my channel, and I've subscribed to them as well. And I think they've actually commented on a few of my videos, which I think is really cool. And I think I even commented on one of their videos because I saw that I believe it was they were launching a oh wow, that went pretty fast. Oh, looks like we're gonna have a pesky moon encounter. It's gonna mess with us, but well, I guess it looks like we'll be fine. But anyway, it's so I found their channel, and I commented on their videos, and I think they commented on my videos a few times, and it's, for most of my life watching YouTube, I've just really been mostly just anonymous. I haven't really commented on videos, but just kind of as I've kind of become like an actual YouTuber, like, or I guess a casual YouTuber, but still a YouTuber. And I guess I've kind of gotten more of an urge to start commenting, like writing comments on YouTube videos, and most of the time my comments don't really get reacted to, or because just because they're on a channel that gets so many viewers that, you know, my comment is just going to largely get kind of lost, like, in the sea of other comments that they get. It's but smaller YouTubers, I find, are a lot more fun, like, like smaller YouTubers. I've actually discovered it's actually more possible to have interaction with them, because it's like, to me, like, to have to write a comment and then had to have then to have the YouTuber, like, respond to it is like, to me it's just kind of awesome. It's like, it's one thing to watch the videos that somebody makes, but to actually be able to get interaction with them is is a kind of like is another whole thing, and it kind of brings it's like you kind of it's like you're almost forming a closer relationship with the YouTuber, as opposed to, it's like you're going from just merely a viewer to somebody that actually can kind of relate to the certain things about, like, what videos they make, or uh, you know, like, it's like you're actually interacting with them and actually forming a closer relationship with them, which is always awesome to me. And it's both this YouTuber, along with Matt Lown, who's actually kind of renewed. I believe that both of their videos have actually kind of renewed my. I mean, not that I ever really lost my interest in Kerbal Space Program, but it's like. But just the channels that I watched initially that got me into Kerbal Space Program, like, they're both not active anymore. Well, Zisto and Kurt J. Mack, like, they are still active. They're still actively uploading videos to this day, as far as I know, but, like, but they're no longer doing Kerbal Space Program videos. And, like, I mean, I'm sure there's other KSP YouTubers out there. I guess I just haven't found them yet, but it's always nice to, like, find, like, other YouTube channels, especially that are making videos, that are actively making videos of the game, like, as of today. And it just kind of really helps kind of keep the ball rolling as far as interest is in the game. And, like, for people to still be interested in a game that's at this point, like, over 10 years old, is it's quite heartwarming to me. Sorry about the silence. I just kind of... Like, I usually don't really have topics really to talk about, like, while I'm making these videos, at least that pertain to the game. And, but... I mean, not that I expected this mission to really go badly, but it is going along quite nicely. Though not to kind of bring, not to really be a negative Nancy, but I'm just a little bit, like, concerned about, like, what the future of this game is gonna be, because it's like, so you have a sequel that failed, and it's, I mean, apparently there are mods for KSP 2, but the game is, as far as I'm aware, is no longer in development, so it's like, I've kind of been reading like through like the KSP forums and like about like about a few different like planet packs and like other mods, and like people are, that's like the developers of those are like thinking about shifting their focus to KSP 2, which is kind of understandable, but that game is no longer in development. So it's like, I'm like, well, what's gonna happen with this game now? And I'm hoping that, well, if worse comes to worse and all the developers just have no plans to really do anything more with this game, that the community is going to kind of keep interest in this game alive as long as reasonably possible. But my fear is that, well, with no more new content from the official new content, it's just going to run out of steam eventually, and just, people are just eventually gonna just stop playing this game and forget about it. But it's still cool to see that YouTubers like Matt Lown are keeping interest in this game alive today. And, I'm, just kind of making lemonade out of lemons, kind of, as far as the whole the whole Kerbal Space Program 2 situation is going. Like, even in the face of the failure of KSP 2, like, YouTubers are kind of going back to KSP 1 and actually playing more with more mods, which I like to see. And even after I finish this Let's Play, there's still more content for me to try, because I think there's some planet packs I looked at that the reason why I'm not using those is because they changed the stock solar system, like they replace it. And that's kind of the reason why I'm not playing with those, but that's more new content for me to check out, like, well, to actually showcase and check out at this, like, once I've explored every planet that I have in this world. So, like, at least as far as my videos are concerned, I've nowhere near exhausted the entire my entire library of content for this game. And, while it's sad that, we're not getting a look of while the whole KSP2 situation is sad, it's, at least we still have these cool mods for KSP1 to enjoy. And, I'm just kind of trying to we're just trying to make our best of us not a very great situation. And with that, we're coming up on Jool. And any of you who've kind of been paying attention, we don't really have much fuel left in our space plane, and oh hi Waith. But that's actually that's not that going to be a concern, because my plan is that we're going to, like, once we're in orbit around Jool, that we're going to, and we're actually going to land on Hull to actually refuel our plane. And then from there, we can either fly into Jool's atmosphere, or we can go to Lathe. And this is Lathe. And of course, we're at the distance where the volumetric clouds are starting to appear. And we have achieved orbit. So we're going to want to fix our inclination. Okay, and it looks like we're already in a, well, maybe that's not quite an ideal position for an encounter. Well, I guess we'll just raise our orbit above Tylo's orbit, just so we don't have any unwanted encounters with it that are gonna mess up our orbit. And we're really just going to be doing the same kind of thing we did in the episode. We actually sent our actual mission out here to explore all the moons. We're really just going to land on the sky so we can refuel our plane. Okay, we're docked back up. Okay, I think we're ready to head for Jool now. And like, I could do one of two things. Could go for Jool or could go for Lathe. Well, I'm thinking, well, in order to save a bit of fuel, I'm thinking maybe we can do a tyro assist to actually help, with, at least with getting back down closer to Jool. Ooh, this is lucky. So, looks like I'm gonna have two, like, have a grab, I'm gonna have an assist. Looks like I'm gonna have a gravity assist off of, Tylo, which is then gonna send me towards a gravity assist off of Lathe. Which is actually gonna do a lot of the brunt work for us. Oh wait, we're gonna crash into Tylo. We don't want that. Well, I guess maybe we might be able to tune it from there. Oh crap. Yeah, I didn't mean to close my maneuver. Well, my maneuver node. Okay, that's gonna get us a lathe encounter, so we're gonna go with that. And I'm really only doing this just to conserve fuel, because actually in order to pull this off safely, well, that like actually sending the plane into Jool's atmosphere, we're gonna have to actually slow down into an orbit just above Jool before we actually enter, or else we're gonna be going in so fast that just the atmospheric interface is just going to melt us and make us explode. Oh wow, that was close. And realize how close you're gonna come to Tylo. Okay, there's our lathe encounter, which looks like we're gonna have to tweak. I think that's good. Yeah, it's just luck right there that we actually got this, like a double gravity assist that's actually going to be helping us quite a bit. And there's a lathe over there. And I believe lathe also has like the same kind of clouds that Kerbin does. Or at least in this mod. Or in the Black Rack volumetric clouds mod. Okay, it looks like we're a little bit too low with our flyby. Looks like we're just gonna hit the atmosphere, but that's a fairly easy fix. I think just like that. Now we're safe. Yeah, and it looks like that's about as close as we're gonna get to Jool. Wow, this is just awesome. Some pretty neat views here. So we could just take this and then like from here just kind of do burns to getting closer to Jool. I think maybe we try for another assist with Lathe. Like just to kind of help us some more. Ooh, that's really nice. It's really gonna help us get close. I guess we'll just go with that. Okay, that is going to bring us in even closer. Like just above the atmosphere. And I think now we're actually going to start seeing the storms on Jool's clouds. There we go. And really from here, we're just lowering our apoapsis. It's basically everything from here we're actually gonna have to do with our engines. It looks like. Well, I feel this is probably like the most I've ever utilized gravity assists really in this game. Like the fact that I was able to get those 3 like in a row like that to actually get me into this orbit that are from this in orbit, just from like outside of Pole's orbit down to like this, which I'm actually slowing down from right now. Is pretty insane just with gravity assists alone and just some corrective burns. Oh, it looks like those have run out. And so now we'll extend these radiators, like that kind of, we've left it, retracted kind of most of all the time because they would have just clipped into the other stages, but now that we're down to just a single stage, we kind of need to open these because because that engine basically needs cooling. Okay, I think from here, it's about the time that we separate our space plane and actually descend into Jool. Yeah, it already looks pretty stunning from here. And I believe like there's like different like with the clouds, it also simulates like the different like bands around the planet, like, or in terms of the gas giants, and there's even like the storms, like kind of like the storms you see like on Jupiter. I think those like are like simulated, at least to the extent that this mod can do, which is pretty cool. I don't know if we'll be landing in one of those though, but you can already see the lightning. We should be hitting the atmosphere any minute now. Oh, in order to deal with the overheating, we'll just deploy our speed brakes and just try to bleed off speed as much as we can, because our speed kind of is our enemy, like with as far as the overheating is concerned. Okay, it looks like our cockpit temperature is going down, which is good. Okay, we're no longer, our overheating's no longer a concern, so we just need to wait till we're down and get slowed down and lower in the atmosphere. And well, the reason I was nosing up was to both kind of slow our descent rate while we're bleeding off speed, and to kind of protect our cockpit from at least the re-entry. Now we're finally able to hear the lightning. And really at this point we're just kind of descending deeper into the atmosphere. And I'd like to go as deep as like what's called the underworld, which is like this kind of space that's like under the clouds, and it's like just before you run into the surface, or the quote-unquote surface, that if you go too deep inside you explode. Like, my plan is to kind of go down to there and then actually turn on the engines and then climb back out of this. Just like we did on Sarnas. Yeah, this is what it looks like from inside the cockpit. It's really starting to get pretty crazy now. It's getting pretty loud and pretty frequent now, the thunder. Actually, pretty soon we should actually be going below the clouds. Yeah, what if we did a crew report from here? I think maybe once we get deeper down, like, I mean, once we get into the underworld area, I think we'll do science. And we're descending into the clouds. Really just pulling up a little only just to avoid going into an uncontrolled descent. Uncontrolled dive. And we're pretty deep in the clouds now. Yeah, this looks scary. Yeah, this is insane. Oh, I think we're starting to pass through the clouds. Oh, I think now, we're getting into the underworld now. this is where we should level off. And I believe there was like a... I saw that on the Kerbal Space Program wiki that there was like... The developers apparently had added like a... Basically a... like a bit of flavor text, like, so if you are daring enough to attempt to land on Jool, it's like... It's... Like, I don't know if it's you have to EVA for it or what, but, apparently it counts us as landed right now. And I don't know, okay, I guess he's not coming back. Wait a minute, they haven't died? What? They're still there? Well, I can't exactly quick save on the atmosphere or revert, I don't think, so I guess we'll just have to go without them. Well, I'm pretty sure they'll be resurrected. Because I actually don't have I believe I have the setting on where Kerbals get resurrected, so I guess we'll just have to live with that. I really wanted to get that science, like, for being quote-unquote landed on Jool, but it's, I guess the way you do that is using our ship with parachutes, but we don't exactly have that. But it looks like, unfortunately, we have the bug now where things were landed, which is annoying. Okay, I've decided to revert back my quick save and actually do this whole descent again, because I came to the conclusion that, well, it would have probably been impossible for me to get out of that situation. Like, it's really annoying. Like, I don't know what's causing it, but that bug where the game thinks I'm landed but I'm not is just really annoying. And, well, because there's no, like, surface I can really land on, and thus quick save, I can't really do that here. So, well, I'm just going to just open my bay, and then I'll just start doing, I guess we'll maybe level off. Maybe about here. And then we'll just do science from here. Okay, I think we'll just call it here, and then we're going to lift off again. I guess we'll have to send a mission separately to actually do that whole, that whole trick. So it looks like that's not going to be possible with this plane. Well, maybe I'll just post for a bit just so I can maybe take in a bit of this crazy ambiance. like, imagine if you're inside here and you're just chilling, and then there's like, you're inside this literal storm. Crazy. I was really just trying to get something that'd be like thumbnail worthy, but I think we're done down here. I think we're done tempting fate. So now we just have to climb out of here, and we should be able to, like, under our entirely the power of our engines, be able to actually get to a fairly high apoapsis above the atmosphere. From then we can just use our liquid fuel mode to continue on from there until we're actually back in Jool orbit. And as you can see, like, I'm really only just doing slight maneuvers, and even then I'm pulling intense G-forces. This is quite this thunder is quite something. I'm like having to talk over it. It's pretty crazy. This mod really, it's like just having weather in Kerbal Spin This Game, like in Kerbal Space Program, really adds another level of realism to it. Now we're going back through the clouds. Oh wow, that was really bright. Yeah, like when you're in the middle of the clouds, it's like it's really, the lightning really gets insane. Well, I regret to inform you that at least this part of my mission proved to be a epic failure. Like, well, so basically, like right after that last segment where I was actually deep in within Jool's atmosphere, I attempted to climb, but I realized If I attempt any sort of steep climb, it's like I just kind of lose speed, like to the point where I would eventually end up stalling and then have to go into a dive again just to get back up to speed. And then so I just from that point I just tried, well, I'll just level off at a certain point and then build up speed for a few minutes. And then once I get to a point where I stop building up speed, I then pull up again and try to gain more altitude. And then once I start to lose speed, I then level off and then and then gain speed again, and then just kind of repeat that pattern until I get high enough in the atmosphere where it's actually kind of difficult to regain speed because the atmosphere is getting thin enough to where it's actually getting harder to do that. But then I tried diving in order to gain speed, and then it got to a point where I don't know if it's just the atmosphere or the gravity of Jool was just acting against me, and then it just got to a point where my jet engines, or my, I guess the how these work like rapier engines, where like the more airflow you have going in, the more thrust you get going out. It's like it just reaches a point where like the engines are unable to overcome either the atmosphere thickness or the gravity or both. And so it just kind of reaches like a break-even point where it's like we're like a dead even point where it's like I'm not able to go any faster. And then I tried, and then I just kind of went for broke, and then just kind of like turned the gravity down. I went into hack gravity, and then reduce the gravity to see, well, if I could just, well, is it possible to cheat my way out of that? And well, I was able to pull that off, but it was just really, it still took way too long to do it, and I also had to turn on unlimited fuel because with these engines, I was even then with the gravity removed, I was still unable to get enough speed to where I can get out of the atmosphere and then also get most of the way into orbit. And so I don't know. I guess this plane isn't powerful enough to dive into Jool and then get out. But it works on Sarnus, but I guess even then it's just barely powerful enough to do it. So, I've tried a lot of different things, but it turns out there would just be no saving my Kerbals, so I ended up reverting back to this, where I'm like just in low orbit above Jool, about just before I departed from the mothership here. So much as I hate to kind of leave you with this, I kind of have no choice unless I want to accept a loss of like 5 Kerbals that I have on this plane, and then just have to wait for them to be resurrected. But I guess I'm just gonna have to leave you with with this, and well, mean, I'm a little disappointed as, you know, the whole mission basically went swimmingly up to this point. Though, you know, when you're going where you've never been before, sometimes failures like this are bound to happen. You know, because if you're going into territory you haven't been to before, sometimes you might reach a challenge you've never uh, been to before, and sometimes that may prove insurmountable. And unfortunately, that seems to be the case for this mission. So, I guess maybe to well, I guess you've already seen what it looks like inside of Jool, so I guess I'll just leave it with this, and I guess in the next video I'll send these guys off to Lathe, and then we'll head to Sarnis, and then we'll explore Tecto, and then maybe also dive into Sarnis with this plane. But anyway, thank you for watching. This has been me, Dusty Circuit, here to bring you some more Kerbal Space Program. And if you liked what you saw, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to see more videos, be sure to hit the bell for notifications. And peace out. Bye.